our elements. We're going to make it as lowly and toned down as as we can make it, to make you feel at home. And it's just like our sitting room session, our parlor session, so to call it. So please, you're welcome again. Do well to invite your friends. I can see Wally Jones. Rochelle White is here. Rochelle White amazingly used to be the first person to join. Well, someone beat her today. Grace Bassa Crawford, Ellen Wellington, Justin Mayo, Adiola Disu, Mufti Longwane. Interesting names when they are not Yoruba. So thank you all so much for joining today. And so let's greet the main man himself. I would like him to say hello to you before we get to start. Pastor Sunday, good evening.
Peace. How are you all doing, everybody? We are ready for today. I hope you are all ready. We are ready to share with you some of the letters we have been receiving from our audience, dear DSA or dear Dr. Sunday. Here you are. Welcome.
All right. So you've heard from the man himself, the man of the moment, as one of the commenters will put it. So, Dr. Sunday, it's really good to have you here again on the segment, dear Dr. Sunday. First of all, I'd say thank you for sharing with us, the privilege to be able to share your letters and learn from it, and also have your thoughts on on what has been written. So the last time we're going through one of the letters, we didn't quite finish it, so we just have a recap now, and then we'll continue from where we stopped. Is that okay by you, sir?
It is well. Yep.
All right. So I guess without further ado, we should just get started. So I'm going to read the letter from where we started last week and stop at where we stopped. Then we just have your overview of what it is so far. Then we'll continue from where we stopped.
Okay.
All right. So I'll get going and I'll read as slow as possible. So the writer wrote in and said, "Dear DSA, I want to
complain about this sound. Is it okay? Is it loud enough?
DSA, I want to sincerely thank you for all the efforts you put at giving us your book titled How to Make Nigeria the Greatest Country in the World."
Maybe you show them the book.
Yeah. Yes. So here's the book. How to Make Nigeria the Greatest Country in the World. Just recently, precisely 3rd January 2018, I got 28 titles of your new books, among which is this one titled How to Make Nigeria the Greatest Country in the World. I just finished reading the book, and wow, I must say, of all your books I have read so far till date, because I've read virtually all your books written in English, this well-researched and articulated masterpiece is my best.
Now, we have to stop there, and I would like to ask you, you've not read this book.
No, I haven't.
But what do you think could have been, despite all my other books, at least the ones you know and you have read, what could make somebody to think that there is something in this book that makes it, and he said he has read almost all the rest.
Yeah.
So what is it what do you think, what comes to the mind of other people like you who has read my other books and also think those are the best? And now we are hearing something else, that somebody else is thinking that really this one is the best. For example, in my own case, that kind of thing would have made me to begin to think that, okay, what is it that could be in that particular book that is? Or what do you think? Or what comes to the mind of readers of my books to now be challenged that no, there is something that is better than what they had read before? What comes to your mind, for example?
For me, I think because I've seen a couple of your works, and in fact, some of those I've been privileged to even see some of those who are yet to be out,
To be published.
to be published. And I would think that with your books, the quality in every one of them is amazing. I mean, they are well researched, well thought out, they are well articulated, and so when someone picks it, one can actually get the answers he's looking for. So I think for someone who has read a lot of these books, for him to now say that this is my best, I'm of the opinion that it's because this book tends
Because
to
if he has
answer.
not read other books,
Yeah.
I would have said no, it's because he has not read
Yeah.
other books.
But he has read other books. So I think this answered probably what I would call his most desperate questions.
Okay.
Because with that, people are subjective in saying this is the best on the basis of which questions
Is in their mind
is
at
in
this
their
particular
mind
time.
at the particular time when it's being read. So I think the subjectiveness is based on what questions did this author now, the person who wrote in this letter, what questions did he have that this book has answered? And probably they were his greatest questions. Probably they were things he has never found a
Answer.
glimpse, just a glimpse of answer to. And so for him, he's saying this is the best. So I believe if he has other questions in future time, I mean in the coming times, and he does one of these two, either go back to study any
One
of
of
those
the
books
other books.
again, or probably a new release, and it answers something dangerous to you. We say this is the best. So for me, I think for him is the subjectivity of the fact that it has answered a very strong question. So for me, to that will be why I will say any of your book
Is the best.
is the
way,
best to
particularly
me.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I have a look at the book?
Yes, please.
And I would like to give the people the benefit of a doubt and an opportunity to see what they will see in this book. In this book, you will see, and you will see the proof, the historical proof, that Nigeria can teach the world and can be better than the rest of the world. You will also see that examples of how Nigeria has done that already. You will see the future of Nigeria, you know, how it is addressed in this book, and the examples, the things that we regard as the future of Nigeria. You will also see Nigerians who are trailblazers in inventions and in different aspects of life. You will also see how Nigeria can have the world's best products. You will see too that Nigeria have started making drones and things like that for America and for other countries. You will see Nigeria's strength and challenges. So there are different things you will see in this book. But funny enough for me, and you know, what is amazing to me is that my least sold out books are the books on Nigeria. And this one is saying is the best book. But I don't want to say that, because they are the ones that are most neglected.
Well, we have seen that, and it comes from also trying to break the culture of not reading. That is a plague in Nigeria, and a plague that is affecting many Nigerians. So you'll find out that many of your books are answering, especially the ones that are not directed directly to Nigerians, answer a global question, and so there's a global audience that are coming for it. And to even find out that these books on Nigeria, the sales, most of it are coming from America,
Yeah,
and
not from Nigeria.
other parts.
Yeah.
So
And while people who are not even Nigerian,
yeah, so they are even more concerned about Nigeria, or at least trying
they
to
want to
see
learn the principles.
what the principles can be to help other nations and apply them. So it shows us that as it's a challenge, because for instance, to think that America, sir, has 50 years plan for Nigeria, but Nigeria does not even have 10 years plan. So
For ourselves.
So if this culture will continue, then we can never try to, we won't even get near where we think we want to get to. So in my opinion, we need to change this. We need to read, and before you can train someone on how to read, the person has to see you reading. Because for me as a person, so the two things I saw my parents reading were the things I eventually got reading all my life. My dad was reading newspaper, my mom was reading Bible. So as a kid, I developed I developed reading newspaper and I developed reading Bible, and the two has not left me till now. So it means for me to be able to challenge another person to read, I also must develop the attitude of reading, and they will see me doing that. So I think parents, that's how we can train our children to read and inspire our neighbors, our colleagues to read. They need to see us doing this. So get the books that concern Nigeria and learn how to make Nigeria work.
But what is it that he read in that book? What is it that he read and he saw in this book that makes this book his best read?
Well, he highlighted later further down, so probably I'll continue reading. Why the four most important things he learned in the book. Yeah, so he said, firstly, reading this book did 4 quick things in my life. It made me proud to be a Nigerian. 2, it opened my eyes to see that there's hope for our country. 3, it made me to know that Nigeria is a blessed country filled with men and women with great talent and potentials that are needed all over the world. 4, it opened my eyes to know that as Nigerians, even though we're black, we are not inferior to the whites.
So what are did we examine all those points?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, but what are the difference between those points? Point 1 and point 2, for example.
Okay, point 1 and point 2 is that as an identity, it made him proud to be called a Nigerian. Possibly this person, I don't know him, but maybe it's someone who before was just even looking for any way to get a second citizenship.
Yes, he was planning to travel out of Nigeria.
And so by the time he got answers from this book, and he said, no, I am proud to be a Nigerian.
Do you think a lot of Nigerians are still proud to be Nigerians?
I don't think so. I don't think a lot of Nigerians are proud to be Nigerians.
They are not. But he got it back now.
Yeah. But when you were in Nigeria, how was it?
When I was in Nigeria, that was 32 years ago. So everything was still okay. I think every Nigerian was proud of being in Nigeria at that time, because that time, even people who were studying in Europe were dreaming of coming back home to get a better job, and they were just dreaming of coming back home. Home was their dream at that particular time, coming back to Nigeria. And anybody who even planned to travel to abroad that time, they were only planning to travel abroad for a short time. So you will hear things like, I'm traveling abroad for 2-3 years. But when somebody now tells you he's traveling abroad for 5 years, they say, 5 is too much, because they want to come back home. But it's not like today. People just want to disappear and they don't plan to come home. So it's not nice. It never used to be Nigeria to be like.
If we travel for tourism, they ask you, I just stayed there. Yes. Don't come back. Say you have, or you say I'm going to. So what are you coming to come and do? Yeah. So what do you think changed?
Economic collapse. It is about all the standard of living. The standard of living has fallen, and there is no prosperity anymore. So that's why people, but people just are used to being consumers. People are consuming. Why am I going back when everybody is running away from there and I want to go back? It's because I'm not planning to go to consume in Nigeria. I'm planning to go and develop, and contribute. That's the problem. We have to change the minds of our people from consuming, from being consumers to being contributors. So when you think more about contributing rather than taking, then you want to go and give, you want to go back there and contribute.
Yeah. Yes, so the last time when we were talking, I asked you a question, if you do remember, that I asked you to please give the audience 3 reasons why we should be proud as Nigerians. And you made mention of diversity, enterprise, and energy. Would you like to just briefly talk about it for the sake of those who may be joining us newly?
I probably said diversity,
enterprise,
and
energy.
And is it energy?
Yeah.
I wanted to say tenaciousness.
You said
Yeah, tenacious. We were tenacious. We are tenacious. So our tenaciousness is what I would say is the third one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it will be our diversity as a country, our enterprising spirit, and our tenaciousness, tenacity. So the fact that we are tenacious and we are, diverse as a people and enterprising, those will be the greatest wealth. Like I would say that Nigeria has. So that's our biggest advantage. Not our natural resources,
Yes, sir.
but these three qualities I would say are our greatest wealth
Yes, sir.
and resources and our advantages.
Yeah, I have a very interesting question. Probably it's been asked before, but for me, if as a viewer now, and just looking at you, I would be wondering, sir, that you've been here for over 30 years. Why is it that you never for once thought of changing your passport?
Yeah, because first of all, I thought of it many times. I thought of having second passport because there are advantages in having certain passports that will be able to help you travel easily. But then that was when I was less famous. So, but as I got more famous, I discovered that, when you are famous, it doesn't really matter anymore what passport you have. Even if you need visa, you'll be giving you multiple, easy. So, and visa is no more a challenge for me. I can go to any country. So why should I? And the reason why I don't want to change the passport, they want to change my passport is strong. Number one, because I always feel awkward when I have British passport or American passport, and I go to America myself, and Americans themselves are asking me, where are you from? I feel, because they will still know that you are not there as American, and you are carrying American. So when you say, you are carrying their passport, and they are saying, where are you still from? It's like a shame to me. Or you carry British passport, and then you are getting there, and they say, where are you from? So I don't, because they still see you as a foreigner.
Yeah.
So I would rather identify myself. For me, that is more truthful. To say I am a Nigerian, that's who I am. I don't need to play double game. I don't need to, try to survive. And there is no more comparative advantage for people who have those passports. Because I've made myself to be more valuable than the passport I carry. So I have made myself to be more valuable than the passport of America or the passport of England, because myself, the way I am right now, 1,000 passports of America is not what I carry. 1,000 passports of British passports don't worth what I carry. So I am worth much more than all those passports. If I want to move to any country, I am now an asset to any country. So the passport is no more an asset to me. I am the asset to any country in the world. So I would rather remain an asset to Nigeria. And if I go to visit any country that refuses me visa, they are the one who lose. But they will not even try it. Any country will be losing more than I lose if they refuse me visa.
Yes.
So maybe it's the kind of answer that is
It's profound.
too complicated.
No, it's quite profound. It's quite profound that because many of us are trying to chase different passports. Many of us are trying to give birth in America, in Britain, so that we can get some certain passport for our children. And while you acknowledge the benefit, the temporary benefit that it gave now, you spoke about the long-term effect of one building himself or herself to be more valuable than the passport, so that wherever you go, you are an asset and not a liability to such nations. So the second point he made was that it opened my eyes to see that there's hope for our country, Nigeria. DSA, many of you know already that DSA is one ardent believer in the fact that there's hope for Nigeria, and we are always asking him why. So maybe for some of you, who are just joining for the first time, we'll give the possibility and the chance also for you to learn from DSA why he believes and still continue to spread the hope. Why do you believe so much in Nigeria? Everything is gloomy. I mean, everything all of us can see is doom. So why do you still believe so much in Nigeria?
Yeah, but that might probably be coming from my own uniqueness, because I don't believe in Nigeria because of what Nigeria possesses or has. I more believe in Nigeria because of what I know I can do out of Nigeria. I can make out of Nigeria. So my belief in Nigeria is not in connection with what Nigeria possesses or has. I don't care for what Nigeria has. As far as I'm concerned, I hear a lot of people saying Nigeria is a rich country. Nigeria is a wealthy country. This country is rich, it's rich. But I don't believe in Nigeria because of that. And I personally would beg to disagree with most people. Most people believe that Nigeria is a rich country. I think Nigeria is a poor country. So I don't believe in Nigeria because it's a rich country, because I don't believe Nigeria is rich. I believe Nigeria is a poor, poor country. So why do I believe in it? I believe more, not in Nigeria, but in myself, and I believe in God. I believe more in myself because I know what I can do with Nigeria. And I believe more in God because I know what God can do with Nigeria. But I don't just believe in Nigeria, I believe in any country. And the reason why I'm talking in Nigeria about Nigeria right now is because that is where God is directing me to. Because that's where my focus is on now, because God has, challenged me to take on that challenge. So when I came to Ukraine, I didn't believe in Ukraine because of Ukraine, because I never even heard of Ukraine before I came to this part of the world. I never even knew a country like that was existing. But once I discovered that God believed in Ukraine and God was calling me to Ukraine, I began to believe in Ukraine. But I believe in Ukraine not because of Ukraine, but because I believe in myself. I believe that anywhere I step my feet on, anywhere I go to, when I begin to walk there, I have so much God, and I have so much God's resources in me that is enough to add credibility and significance and growth and development and anything that is needed for any country to be what that country ought to be. So that's why I believe in Nigeria. So I think the question you are asking, why do I believe in Nigeria? If you expect me to answer it from how normal human being will answer, then you'll be disappointed, because I will not tell you I believe in Nigeria because of our tenacity, or I believe in Nigeria because of our entrepreneurship, or I believe in Nigeria because of our diversity. No, that's not what I believe in Nigeria. That I know that those are comparative advantages that Nigeria has, and the potential that she has, that she could maximize to become who she wants to be. But right now, even all those things right now are working against her. So, but that to me doesn't really deter my faith, because as far as I'm concerned, I believe in Nigeria because I believe I know what I can do and what I can bring to the table to make Nigeria exactly what I envision her to be.
We hope some of us can develop ourselves and to such an extent where we believe in ourselves and what we can do to transform a nation.
Yeah,
so
you need to comment on what I said, because I need to hear how that sounds in the ears of the people who are listening.
Yeah, for me, I could understand it, and that's why I said I need to develop myself. We need to develop ourselves.
Yeah, but how does that come across?
So it comes across that if a man would develop himself to the point that he can change a whole nation.
No, do you want to tell me that people right now don't think like that?
Generally, people don't think.
So not too many people will see.
No, people are not thinking of how to become a nation builder.
Okay.
People are only looking for already built nations.
So when you ask anybody, any regular person, that question,
so they will be thinking of what are the things that this particular nation has that I can see, that I can recognize, and then I can grasp. So those are the things you will say, oh, this is why I believe in Nigeria. Nigeria has raw materials. It has oil. I could go into the oil sector, so I believe in Nigeria. Nigeria has a teeming youth. Oh, I believe that if you teach them, I believe in Nigeria. So people will tell you one or two specifics of what, as someone else would put it, what Nigeria has to offer. To say, now I believe in Nigeria. But you are saying, no, it's not about what Nigeria has to offer. I believe in Nigeria because of what I can offer. But for one to be able to say that, it has to come from a place of not just confidence, but confidence backed up with knowledge and experience.
And substance.
Yeah, knowledge and experience. Yeah, and the substance to get that done. For me, I don't think I have that yet. So.
Yeah, not just you, but normal Nigerians.
I don't consider myself
even more than average. Yeah. I'm not saying average.
Yeah.
I say just normal.
Yeah, I don't even consider myself as normal Nigerian, and I'm saying I don't have that yet. So you can imagine what the normal Nigerian.
Yeah, maybe then it will be then probably rare to hear my kind of answer then.
No. In fact, an average person who does not know you will think you are just being braggadocious. You are just bragging.
Yeah, I've seen that being written on the internet before.
Yeah, they will just think it's just making him out.
Yes, that's what.
Or he's just being proud, even if they're not saying making out. But
he said he's too proud. That his pride is beyond expectation. This guy has an over something of himself.
Yeah,
yes.
But for me, sir, why I can relate is because the few experience I've had to the level I've had it, the things I can do, only me could do it then. And no matter how much people hated me or did not like me, when there is a problem, they knew who to come to, and that was me. So if I had to talk about that particular situation, I would say, yes, I can do this thing. So I know I can get this thing done. I know how to solve it. So if I'm speaking about self and coming from identity and what I'm able to offer, that is not pride. It's just talking about me. So I think people generally do not understand the difference between ego, high self-esteem, low self-esteem, pride and humility altogether. They don't understand. Because every time a man says, I, Bamishai Victor, what he's saying is ego, Bamishai Victor. So when we read in the Bible, I, Paul, it's saying ego, Paul. That's who you are. You're just talking about who you are. So who you have become is a person who can transform a nation, a strategist, a national transformation strategist, a person who you've done it before, you still have the keys, you just look at the climb and you draw out the formula, and you know this. So when you say that,
where is that my book here, the big one? Yeah, that's it.
So when
that's just an example.
Yeah, when you say that, you know exactly what you are saying.
How many people have written a book like that? Show them. No, not fake, but topic.
Okay. And content. Yeah, because I have been able to go through this book. I've skimmed through so many times, but I just discovered, like I was showing you, how I'm going to just go through it perfectly, and to see the examples there, the practicality of this book. Oh God, it's mind blowing. Because I've gone through it, so I know exactly what this book contains. This book will not just show you what it looks like. I think this book will take you to the path that Pastor Sunday is talking about himself now. Why can we say that? When you look at this book, How to Build a Civilized Nation, this is one. And you look at this book, Nigeria and the Leadership Question. You look at this, Africa, how Africans brought civilization to Europe. Only God Can Save Nigeria, the myth, and so many other books like that. Was written by who?
Discover the purpose and calling.
It was written by who? Then we come down to say, okay, it's this man. And that is not all he has to write. So then,
at least 100 like this.
Yes, then if by just random sampling or even checking and analyzing data, I'm able to deduce just scientifically that if a man can produce this and that's not all of what he knows, then he must be up to something, and I better believe what he says if he says I can do this.
No, what about even the pedigree?
Yeah, let's not even go, because those ones are already there. Let's talk about the things that are even probably not seen. Yeah. So because what you've done is there for us to say. We've seen the Orange Revolution, we've seen the Parliament, we've seen people who have been produced, how a drug addict passed through mentorship and became
thousands.
Not just, people who have been brought from zero to nothing. People who are, quite a lot of people who have come and passed through you and have become something. So you know exactly what you're talking about, and I think it will be even easier for you when you go to Nigeria.
Of course.
In my own opinion.
Of course.
In my own opinion, because home will always be home, no matter how far you've gone.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's my own opinion. So this is you. You are talking about who you are, and what is there to see what you've done, what you've written to talk about what you want to do is there. And come on, this is just, you saying what you can do is who you are. So, but for someone like me, I'm still sitting there and say, oh, I'm still young, I have quite a lot to learn, I can't make such an audacious statement. What I can say now is I know how to transform a nation in terms of the overview, in terms of values, but to go into the practical step of, let's say, economics or a structure of leadership and how to, I don't know those ones yet, and those are things I need to learn in the coming years. Those are things I need to, but you know them, and so you can say that. So for me, that's why I need to get and digest these books and talk to you more, and I believe I will learn so much more.
So, but each time I hear people ask, even people, there are a lot of activists in Nigeria. Some of them are running to be presidents of Nigeria right now. A lot of young guys are trying to be president of Nigeria now, which I commend. And but most of them always address this question: why I believe in Nigeria? And they always say, "Oh, we have raw materials, or we have manpower, we have people." But for me, those are even negative. All those things they're mentioning, they are negative.
Yeah, I believe so, and I believe...
If you want to say Nigeria has manpower, that's why you believe in Nigeria, I will say, I will prove to you that we don't have it. If you say that Nigeria has population, that's why you believe in Nigeria, I will prove to you that that's negative. Even though there is positive aspect to the population. But the way we have it in Nigeria now is negative. If you say we have raw materials and that's why you believe in Nigeria, I will prove to you that that is negative too. So anything you want to mention for me about Nigeria, for me it is minus. Everything is in minus now. So I cannot be using something that we have right now to be the basis why I want to go back to Nigeria.
Cannot be
everything is...
It cannot be an extrinsic factor.
Yes, because everything is negative. But so that is why anybody right now who is saying they want to run to be a president or they want to restore Nigeria, and they are basing their argument on what Nigeria has, that's why they believe, that's why they think Nigeria can be great, they will fail. Just like Buhari failed. Even though he has integrity, he has passion, he wants to do something great, but he's basing his passion on what Nigeria has. That's the place of failure.
Yes, I believe so. And one of the reasons why I believe so is if one should use just the Ajaokuta steel, the steel industry in Ajaokuta, and even though it's a resource, it has failed because of the complexities and the intricacies involved. A lot of people are trying to manipulate. So Nigeria has the stuff, but there are forces you still need to fight. There are systems you still need to put in place. And it is not the raw material that will put those systems in place. So the raw material cannot be the basis for my belief. The base for my belief has to be what I know about how to put a structure in place that can convert the raw material. So I think you're quite right. The basis for believing Nigeria has to be intrinsic, has to be you. What do you know and what can you do? So I align with you on that, in that area.
Well, if you look at all the young people that are trying to run for government now, you go and listen to them. You will know that it's a catastrophe that is waiting to happen. Another disillusionment waiting.
Because we don't know any better.
Yeah.
Yes, I think let's proceed with today's letter. Yeah. Wow, it's been another interesting conversation. But for the sake of time, I think we'll just move. So he said, sir, DSA, you can't believe it. This is one book I picked to read, and I started marking, underlining, and highlighting, and striking keywords from introduction to the end.
Say that again. Read that again.
I almost wear away the book.
No, you have to.
Yeah, I'll read it again. DSA, you can't believe this is one book I picked to read, and I started marking, underlining, highlighting, and striking keywords from the introduction to the end. He said, I almost wear away the book.
Wow. What could have been happening to him in the process?
For me?
Yeah, what could have been happening to him?
For me, if I should just try to picture what he has described, I'll see a man who, from the beginning, he began to see answers to his questions. And probably through the process of reading, some of the things that he saw brought again new questions. And when he was reading, he saw answers to them. You know, when one is so curious that, okay, you say this, how to do this thing, but you are now like, if I can do this thing, okay, so how about this one? How will, and okay, let me shall continue. And when you continue, you say, this is too good to be true. But how can this one now work in this one? And you now, okay, let me continue. And you continue reading and you see and down. So I think it can come from a place of forming a whole cascade of cognitive analysis and question and answers, question and answer, and that vicious cycle when you're reading.
So what are the things he said he did?
So for him, the 4 things he quickly did to him. Oh, that he did to the book. He started to mark, underline, highlight, and strike keywords. And it started from the introduction. It's not even chapter 1. It started right from the introduction. So if you are wondering which book are we talking about, is this one I've been putting to your front since morning. And that's How to Make Nigeria the Greatest Country in the World. So how to make Nigeria the greatest country in the world.
Some people might think you are just bluffing. With that kind of title, that's what most people will most likely think. That the greatest country, it's a bluff. You are just it's just like a selling tip.
Well, the author
until somebody starts testifying.
Who wrote this letter, he begs to differ.
Yeah, because that's why I think it's no more the author that is begging to differ now, the reader.
Yeah, the author of this letter.
Okay.
Of this letter, the one who wrote in this letter to say thank you for writing this book, begs to differ. He thinks this is the best you've written. And he said you've made a lot of your research and they are well articulated. So that's what he thinks. And he also is of the opinion that this book needs to be
read by
everybody. In fact, while we continue reading, you'll see some of his advice and suggestions to you. And I think they are quite relevant.
Okay, so what are the things he said?
Yes, sir. So he said, secondly, reading this book gave me a clear understanding of why many Nigerians are asking that you come and contest the election in Nigeria as president.
But the problem is that the ones who are telling me to come and contest Nigeria president, they have not read it.
Okay, guys, you need to get this book and read how we can make Nigeria the greatest country in the world. Trust me, it will be worth your time, because your time is even the most expensive of the resources you will use in devouring this book.
But what? Tell me what he said there. Read that part again.
Secondly, reading this book gave me a clear understanding of why many Nigerians are asking that you come and contest election in Nigeria as president.
What will you say to that one? Well, not to the president or something, but just the move.
Yeah, yes. So I think this is the point a man gets to and say, if a man can write this, then he definitely understands how
nation building,
nations should work, and how a nation should be built, how nations should be built. So I think in reading that, he could picture your mind and picture.
You know, I'm writing another book that's going to be called "Why Countries Fail." It's going to be as big as that. Where is that big one? It's going to be as big as this one. Show them the bigness, the thickness of it. No. Yeah. Show the front. The page.
So this is an average book.
Yes.
So I'm bringing it beside so they can compare.
So that other one, why countries fail, should be as big as this other one.
To be interesting.
No, the reason I mentioned that is because you said that anybody who can write a book like this one,
yes,
must know how nations function. So that's why I was saying.
Yes. So I hope he is watching and should be getting ready for that one. Another double dose. So he's saying that reading this book now gave him a clear understanding. So he could picture your mind through the book. So for me, if I was the one who came to such a conclusion, it would be because, yes, I saw through your mind, and I saw you fitting as a round peg, fitting the round hole of presidency. And you know, presidency is not just about the position, it's about the influence, the leadership, the foresight that could be given, the groundwork that could be done for the future. So, and he possibly saw all of these attributes in your thought as the author of this book. So I think that is why he said that. But what would you say to that, sir?
First of all, I don't think that presidency will do justice to me, to what I know. Yes, presidency has its own place and comparative advantages to become a president. You might be able to do some things that you might not be able to do otherwise. But in my particular situation, in my particular case, I think presidency is going to be a big distraction to me. I think presidency is going to be a demotion to me. I sincerely believe that presidency will be a demotion. So many people have been telling me about presidency, and that some people have even seen the vision. Some people believe that God has spoken to them. Some believe that they have the revelation. So, I mean, these people don't even know each other. They don't even know one another. They are coming from different backgrounds. And you cannot just be saying everyone is delusional. So, since I cannot confidently say all of you are just crazy, I know some of them are too serious to be crazy. And then I gave God some conditions. There are conditions I've given to God. So if those conditions are met, then God will be the one himself to drag me to do it. I have learned in my little life to say never. But right now, I see presidency as a big distraction and demotion to my ambition. But what they are saying, if they are talking about presidency just from the point of view of what I know, yes, I have the exact understanding of either he's a president or not president, but how anybody could build a country and fix a country. If it's by that understanding they want to say presidency, yes, that one I can say I know what it takes and I know what it entails to be able to build a country. But I don't even think presidents know what I know in that sense. Some of them might know, but not too many of them might know what I know on how to fix a nation.
Yes, sir. So he continued by saying,
yes.
He continued by saying, I want to agree with them that you...
No, you have to start by...
Yeah, okay.
Read.
Secondly, reading this book gave me a clear understanding why many Nigerians are asking that you come and contest election in Nigeria as president. I want to agree with them that you do that because going through this book, I can see the heart of a man who truly knows his country, the people, and their way of life.
You say you agree with them?
Yeah.
I know. I can't believe it's surprising you. I've not read that part because I know him. I know that he's always agree with me that it's not my place to be a president. But and he is the one. I mean, we have spoken with him before. I know this guy who wrote this letter, and he has told me that yes, I agree with you. It's a distraction. It's a devotion. Don't go there. So let me see the book. So after I read this book now, what did he say?
He's agreeing with them.
That what?
That you should go and contest for presidency.
Something changed in him.
Yeah.
Just by reading this one.
He decamped from your camp.
He has decamped.
He has decamped. He has joined them now.
He has joined the campaigners.
Yeah. You DSA for president.
Yeah. So what will happen when he reads a book like other, like this one?
Even this
particular one.
Yeah, even this.
This one, eh?
Yeah.
So how to transform and build a civilized nation? What will he say?
Yeah,
but if he listens to the upcoming HMT,
yeah,
I think it will just not just him. Anybody will listen to the next HMT that is coming. I don't know what will happen. I think after that HMT, I don't know what will happen.
Ademola Adeniran is saying he's with us.
What, with me or with you?
With him.
With that other guy?
Ademola Adeniran, who is writing on the program, is saying the guy agrees with them.
So he is belonging to that camp.
Yeah, too. That you should be president. So now he's saying, yeah, they have a new supporter.
Even though Adeniran himself, I'm not sure he has read this book.
All right, so this is the book we are talking about. How to make Nigeria the greatest country in the world. How to make Nigeria the greatest country in the world. So in this book, you will discover that history proves it that Nigeria teaches America. You will discover how Nigeria taught the world on disease control. You will see the Nigerian future. You will see Nigeria's global trailblazer in medicine and other inventions. You will see how Nigeria can have the world's best products. You will see the how Nigerians and some Nigerians have been making inventions, including drones, for the United States Army. You will see the strength that Nigeria possesses in spite of all the challenges that is facing Nigeria right now. You will see different exceptional feats that has been attained by Nigerians. You will see that a Nigerian has the ability to solve the electricity problem of Nigeria. Or he has produced it. It's just about mass making it. So you will see the different potentials and the different approaches, the different methods to making Nigeria the greatest country in the world. So by the time you read this book, there's no way you will not believe in Nigeria again. In this book, you discover the story of the smartest family in the world. And the fact that they are Nigerians. You will see how that same method that produced that family can be used to produce every family in Nigeria. Because these are proven results. I mean, they are results and they've been proven. So you need to get this book. and we are in the duty of building Nigeria together. So I'll continue with the letter from our author today. It says, DSA, even if you don't contest for election as president of Nigeria, I think the government of Nigeria can begin to consider appointing you as a special advisor to the president on developmental matters.
Would they listen? They don't even know I exist. I don't even think they know I exist. Can you believe it? This is somebody who is writing all these books. People are talking like this. And the government of the country we are talking about, I don't even think they know I exist. I've never spoken in Nigerian parliament before. Whereas I've spoken in American parliament before. I've never spoken to Nigerian government before, whereas I've spoken to the Japanese government before. I've never spoken to Nigerian government before. I've spoken to Israeli government before. European government before.
An invitation.
So they don't even know I exist. So how would they appoint me as advisor?
But if they were to appoint you,
if they were to appoint me, even that one I would doubt it.
you think it's not real?
I think it's not real.
Why?
I think if they will appoint me to be, I'll do anything for Nigeria. Knowing the way Nigerian, their mentality work, I'm going to give them very stringent conditions. They have to sign papers with me that anything I suggest, if they agree to it, they have to implement it. If they are not going to take my word serious, if they are not going to implement the things we are going to do, then I'm not needed there. I'll keep on writing my books.
So I have some interesting comments about the presidency.
Okay, please. That topic intrigues you. You can tell that country intrigues you.
So Bisola Akamune is saying, I don't agree that DSA should run for president.
You see?
I have not read the book though.
She could still change her mind. So I like that prefix.
So Paul Oga is saying, I don't see presidency as a demotion. It's a call to service. Nigeria's greatest challenge is leadership. So what do you say? He said Nigeria's greatest challenge is leadership.
That's why I wrote a book on that topic.
So I think,
but you have to read that man has not read that.
He has not read this one yet. So Mr. Paul Oga, I think this book will be a very interesting read and helpful.
Very interesting read.
Nigeria and the leadership question.
Tell them now that this is my best book you have.
For me, because of my own inclination and the questions I'm asking. Yes, by the time I start asking, because I have not started asking the questions on economics, then probably the book on how to make Nigeria economy and the way forward, how Nigeria economy can overtake, all of this may
make sense.
They do make sense, but they would
compete
with this one. But for me, it's been all about understanding the dynamics of leadership. What is wrong? My question has been, what is wrong with us in 50-something years? My question has been, how did the first set of leaders think? How, then what made them fail? What happened between the coups? I was trying to imagine, how can Azikiwe be alive and the vision for Nigeria not thrive in his days, even though he's still alive? I'm trying to wonder if Azikiwe is alive. Why was there Biafra? Did he lose hold of his leadership of the Igbo community, so to say? I was trying to wonder if Awolowo is alive. Why should they? I mean, how did they lose those first, second, third republic? So why? So those were the questions I was having as a person.
You get all the answers.
So by the time I got this book, I now saw that it was not about them. It was about the fact that the average Nigerian is waiting for a messianic leader.
No, don't give him answer now. You say you should read. Just tell him the name of the book.
All right.
So, you know we're talking about one Oga.
Yeah, Paul Oga, yeah.
That's the one you should give. I'm not examining you.
So, Mr. Paul, I think you should get this book. But well, he's saying that he thinks, I think in his opinion, you should contest. That's where he's heading.
Let him read that one too. The Bisola will read which one? The Bisola should read the greatest country.
Yeah, Nigeria, greatest country in the world.
Bisola will read this one. So we will see if she will change her mind after or not.
Okay, so we'll be waiting to hear from Bisola if she changes her mind after reading this book.
Yeah. And then we'll be waiting from Olga after reading which one?
After reading Nigeria and the leadership
we'll
question.
See, maybe he will also change his own mind after that one.
So, but if they are cross-carpeting and changing of mind, then you've already created the Nigerian politics on DSA platform here. Where people will be cross-carpeting in ideas. But well, the whole idea has become that DSA believes that every one of us can do the job if we know
the answer.
Exactly what he knows, and he wants us to know what he knows, and that is why he's writing all of these books to put out his own ideas, his ideologies, and answers to the questions that Nigeria portends. Yes. So
what would you call DSA if not president? I think I have things I call myself, but not president. What would you call DSA apart from if not president? I think I'm a philosopher more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a thinker. I think I'm a thinker, philosopher, maybe nation builder and something like that, more than a president or a politician. I don't like to associate myself with politics. Anyway, I'm here.
Yeah, so I will see you as a philosopher. I'll see you as a philosopher. And I think you are betting new ideologies for our country, Nigeria, and for the world. So, so basically, you are in the rank of the new age philosophers. But what you have also done and what you are doing is that you are bridging the gap between contemporary philosophy and modern philosophy, and then you are birthing yours. So I think that's transcendental. So I'll call you a transcendental philosopher. That's what I also...
Is it pastor? Some people will say I'm a pastor.
Yeah, to some people you're a pastor, but that's not the general. So generally, the idea is that you are a thinker and you're able to birth ideologies and ideas.
What I discovered just recently through this live broadcast is that some people are calling me teacher. I never even knew that I was a teacher.
You did discover some people are calling you.
I never even call myself a teacher.
Let me tell you one more that people are calling you.
What?
And you talk about that one. Some people are calling you daddy.
I've not heard about that one. Your mom, man.
So for DSA, it's everything, but on this platform, the DSA does not do that to you. So for so many people, some people writing when you read the comments, just see that they did like that. Okay, a friend came to my house yesterday. He did one of the jobs I gave to him, so I wanted him to come and show you some of the piece. So I was like, when are we going to see that Adelaja? I said, who? So for us, in fact,
I don't even want to discuss that.
Yes,
that's interesting to me. Let's discuss what is.
We are discussing this here, but the whole idea of raising people in Nigeria and giving them titles that does not necessarily complement what they are doing. Because what you're asking now is, in terms of what I'm doing,
who I am,
who am I?
It has to be truthful.
You understand? But for in Nigeria, the way it has become is that so far you can have some sort of official position above somebody else, then you deserve to be called some titles that you are not. So that's why I brought that in, though it came on a platform of humor. All right, so I would like to continue the letter. So I will rephrase this paragraph and then, I will read this paragraph again now, then we'll move on. Okay, so it said, secondly, reading this book gave me a clear understanding why many Nigerians are asking that you come and contest the election in Nigeria as president. I want to agree with them that you do that because going through the book, I can see the heart of a man who truly knows his country, the people, and their way of life. But I have a question here, for you. He said you know the country, the people, and their way of life. But for you, how would you respond to that, knowing that you've been out of the country for how long? 32 years. And we know that every generation is about 25 years, and things change within at least a generation. So how is it that you are still in touch, if you agree with the statement? How is it that you are still in touch with the way of life of the people. That you can write such an interesting piece. I mean, so much so that you can write such an interesting piece that is touching the mind and the eyes of the person who is actually part of that culture.
Who is living in the
Who is
country.
living in the culture.
He said, I know the people,
Yeah. You know the people, the country, you
the
know your
country,
country,
people,
the people and their way of life.
No, maybe that's his own impression he got from reading this particular book. But if he reads my book, I think there is a book there. I don't know if it is there or not. Maybe yeah, somebody could find it for me. The Calling and Purpose of Nations. So if he reads my book on the calling and purpose of nations, how to discover the calling and purpose of nations, he will probably come to the conclusion that I also know the country, the people, and the lifestyle of Englishmen, Americans, Germans, and French people. Because anybody who will read that book will think that I'm a French. In fact, even French people will come and begin to. I'll begin to tell them about their country. English people too, Americans too, Germans too. I begin to tell them what they don't even know about their own country. So knowledge, you know, there are some white people that know more about Nigeria than Nigeria.
Sure.
And there are some Americans that know more about Nigeria than Nigeria. So that doesn't mean that they are citizens or they are living there. You don't need to live there. It's just about studying. You just need to study. You just need to equip yourself. You need to be able to, you need to be, well educated. You need to be well grounded and well read. So while I am a person that is well read, I would not give myself that compliment. Mm-hmm. I would not give myself the compliment that I know the people of Nigeria, their lifestyle, and whatever again. I know
their way of life,
their lifestyle. Yes.
Your country, the people, and their way of life.
Yeah, I don't think I know. I don't know enough yet. I will not give myself the credit that I know Nigeria enough, or the peoples of Nigeria enough, or their lifestyle enough. I don't think so yet. I think if I need to go back to Nigeria, and the way my own way of knowing things is different from all other people. I have to know. For me to say I know something, I have to know it in such a way that you will only find a human being in the world that knows as much as I do. And I cannot say that about Nigeria right now. What I know is good enough, more than an average person.
Yeah.
Even in the book of the Nigeria and the Leadership Question, many people who read that book, they say, this is the history of Nigeria now. Everybody should go to school. Everybody should be reading it. People don't know it, what I read in that book. People are saying that book has given them more of the history of Nigeria and they never even knew these things. But for me, that's just still elementary. For me to really know Nigeria, I must know, to say I know Nigeria, I must know it like I know my wife. That's what I would say I know.
Well, interestingly, there was a night where with you were giving us a download of the Yoruba.
Yeah, not just Yoruba. Yeah.
And for me, even though I've been there, I grew up there, I didn't know those things.
Yeah.
And I will
practice. What I know will be better than what most average individual know. Maybe 90% of the people in Nigeria don't know what I know. Even people who call themselves professors in those subjects, they might not even know what I know. But still, I don't say I know. Mm-hmm. For me to say I know, just like when I handle law, for example. Mm-hmm. So a pastor, a bishop called me recently and said, there is no human being on earth, living and dead, who has ever done such a thorough dissection or analysis of law like you have done. Dead or living. And that's where I like to approach stuff. When I talk about how to discover who you are, who am I? People say they have read Miles Monroe book, they have read this, but they will never get it so clearly. Or when I talk about the kingdom, when they listen to my kingdom series finish, they say, now they got it. Or when I talk about any topic, when I say I'm handling something, That is one thing with me. It has to be so thorough that there will be no other human being on earth before or after that will say he knows better or he can deal with that topic more than DSA can do it. So, but I cannot say that on Nigeria and about Nigeria or Africa right now. But what I know is good enough for me to be able to do what I need to do.
Well, that's another challenge that we will never know enough, and we should keep learning. Because if someone like you with what you know can say you don't know enough yet, at least in that subject, for me it's a challenge that
I don't know enough yet in everything.
Okay.
What I'm saying. I'm going to say something.
Yeah, so I said for me it's a challenge to say that come, you have a long way to go. Don't even slack a bit. You just need to keep learning. And I think that's a challenge for every one of us. Lifelong learning is a challenge. We learn, we unlearn, and we relearn. For so many of us, we've learned so many things, and we encountered you, and we had to unlearn so many of those things. And now we are learning new things. And some of the things we knew before we met those guys we met, and they distorted it, we have to relearn it. We now have to relearn it, but in a better and more, in a better way. So I'll continue the second paragraph and we'll finish this, then we'll go to the next one, sir. So DSA, even if you don't contest for election as president of Nigeria, I think the government of Nigeria can begin to consider appointing you as the advisor, as the special advisor to the president on developmental matters. Why do I say so, you may ask? Reason is because you already have the manual, that is the book. All right, sir. So he's saying the next part is, the following are my deductions, recommendations, counsel after reading this book. So I'll take that one by one and I would like to hear your opinion.
Maybe before we go into that, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should go into the comments that people are reading,
okay,
and people are writing. We could go ahead and discuss what people are saying,
okay,
so that maybe next time we'll come back for the recommendations.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So it will be good to read people's comments and see what are their own thinking and opinion of today's. Well, yeah, let's hear what they're thinking, what they're saying.
Yes. So.
Yes.
I can see someone when I was talking about daddy, someone say I've seen a lot of daddy comments, but someone say we don't want daddy here, and another person saying it's important. King S is saying it's important that men stay in the confluence of their calling. From the main of his calling to the Gentile, he shaped the ideologies of nations. Samuel Audu is saying no
So
offense.
what is my own calling?
Your calling? What would you say your calling is?
So because the person is saying stay in the calling. So for example, if I had said my calling is pastoring, so I had have stayed there, all these things would have come out.
I think you have a book like that. That is your calling.
You are reading. I want to hear what you are reading about Audu.
Yeah, Audu say no offense, my brethren. Only DSA has the key to fix the Federal Republic of Nigeria plus Africa. And Jane Munsaka said, knowledge is power. That is why DSA puts emphasis on self-education. Olufemi Gilead Ajane saying, this is not pride, but the way all of us should view things and develop ourselves. Thank you, DSA. I think that's when we're talking about you talking about what you know about yourself, and the fact that ordinary people, when they hear it, they just say, this man is proud. But he's saying, no, it's not pride, but the way all of us should view things and develop ourselves. So Chris R said, I'm learning a lot of things and building me new knowledge from scratch. Abiola Olojo says, I strongly believe that the government of Nigeria can appoint you to work for them. And we have Ademola Adeniran saying, what we are thinking is simple. Be our president and make Nigeria great. So
That's what they are thinking.
yeah, what we are thinking is just simple. Just be our president and make Nigeria great. Then Taiwo Ifeson, I say, no, DSA should not dabble into Nigerian politics. Wow. So, what other comment do we have here? Crystal says, I don't see DSA as a pastor. Abdullah Allah just said, any effort, big or small, will count to make Nigeria a great nation. Samuel Audu said, DSA will be president because God wants to return his glory back to the church. And Kennedy Festo says, a prophet is without honor save in his own country. When you were talking about the fact that you've spoken to a lot of governments, but Nigerian government hasn't deemed it fit yet. Okay. Olufemi Gila say, if it is God's will for DSA, why not? So Jofia says, good people on the platform and great DSA family. DSA will be a good father of a president. So maybe this is what G.D. Amosan said, that you'll be a good father of a president. So maybe he is advocating that you produce presidents. Kola David said, if we all Nigeria joining our hands together build our country and get ready to make transformation of our nation together. Grace Awasa, the name of the books, okay, are not shown. Okay, so we'll show them, let me show them the books again. I will show you the book we are talking about. Grace Awasa, I hope you're still on. So the book we were talking about is How to Make Nigeria the Greatest Country in the World. How to Make Nigeria the Greatest Country in the World. But good enough, this is not the only book Pastor DSA has written about Nigeria. We also have a couple of books here, and I would like to show some of them to you. We have Nigeria and the Leadership Question. Nigeria and the Leadership Question. Nigeria and the Leadership Question. So you can see Profiling Solutions to Nigeria's Leadership Problem. So if you want to find out about how Nigeria can solve the leadership question, this book.
Yeah, you tell them that you feel this is one of the best.
Yeah, for me, this is one of my
favorite.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite. My best so far is he has not released it yet, but this is one of my favorites that is out for now.
For Nigerian topic.
Yeah. No, even generally, but on Nigerian topic, this is the best that I have read. Yeah, so far. And we have how the Nigerian economy can overtake the American economy. So this, for me, after I'm done with this phase of my life, is the next chapter. I think it's coming earlier. Probably by May, I will start that on the whole set of questions. So only God can save Nigeria. What a myth. I remember there was a man who read this book. Say it's a myth.
That only God can save.
I said no. Because by the time he read it, he began to see for himself the different things we've said, the different ideologies we felt that has no concrete backing. So
even this year, I think it was in January this year. It was it Gio or I think it was Adeboye or somebody who gathered. Was it in February? I think they still gather all the.
To pray. I think it was some weeks ago. Just some weeks ago.
To do what?
They were praying for Nigeria.
For what now? For God to come and save Nigeria.
God to come and save Nigeria. Yeah.
It means they are doing.
They need to get this book.
They didn't read it.
They didn't read it. They've not read it. They've not read it. So.
And after the prayer, what has happened?
Nothing. And to know that this is not even the first time they are praying it. This is not the first time they are praying that prayer.
The more they pray, the worse.
All of the ones who've been praying since 1960.
The thing is getting worse.
Yeah, so it's like we are making a caricature of God and what He can do. So
that guy read the book and got it.
Yeah, he got it, and he's actually a pastor. So he's been teaching his congregations now. Now we have to work. It's not God will not do for us what He has already done, or what is the responsibility of man to do. So only God can save Nigeria is a myth, and you need to get this book. So while you are saying only God can save Nigeria, God is saying only we can fix Nigeria. Please, this is a very interesting book. I think will help you. So some others that you can use to back up. I think there is one.
The economy.
There's one more, yeah, about the economy.
Show the one you have first.
So, but to back up and have a general idea, you should get yourself a copy of How to Become a Developed Nation Through the Dignity of Labor. I think this book is of utmost value. You should get it. How to Become a Developed Nation Through the Dignity of Labor. And another very interesting one here is How Africans Brought Civilization to Europe. How Africans brought civilization to Europe. This would help you become proud of your heritage, help you become proud of your roots, help you become proud of your identity, and we challenge you that if people did not have as much as you have now, can achieve as much, then how much more you with superior knowledge, with superior technology, and a better environment, so to say. So please, you need to get this book. And there's one like it that would also help you in that sphere. It's called The Purpose and Calling of Nations. So when you discover the purpose and calling of Nigeria, then you would know exactly why Nigeria is. And when purpose is known, then use is maximized. But when purpose is not known, then abuse is inevitable. And then this one you should get is How to Transform and Build a Civilized Nation. Trust me, this book will show you just how this thing is done. It will show you how to build a civilized society. It will show you the role of quality, the quality of a person in building a healthy society. I think a lot of comparisons were done between a healthy society and Animal Farm Society. I don't know how many of you have read the book Animal Farm by George Orwell. So you'll see how things work in the healthy society and how things work in the animal farm, and which role you have to play in getting it done. So it will also bring out the law for the fatherhood of the nation that is in you. So by reading this book, you will discover what is your own role to play in the greatness of your nation, not just Nigeria but any nation in the world. Yeah. So these are a lot of books that Pastor Sunday have written, and there are so many more. So Grace Hawasa and every other person, I hope you saw that. And yes, so we also have Chrisal said the work that God has for you is beyond presidency. But if it is God's will, so be it. I guess after working as president, you will become chairman of African Union and bring about African transformation. All right, that's Chrisal. Olufemi Gilead is saying, DSA, I need your books. I will also want to distribute it in Nigeria and West Africa. We need to change people's mindset.
I'd like to write to dsasbooks@gmail.com.
Okay, so please write to dsasbooks@gmail.com. Olufemi again.
Say it in a way they will.
DSASBOOKS@gmail.com. DSASBOOKS@gmail.com. Please write and find it out. Blessing Stephen saying you are not proud. We love you, DSA, and you're awesome team. Olufemi is saying I need to develop myself to be a nation builder. Gift Amos Blessing saying the people that believe that Nigeria is rich country, they focus on natural resources and mineral resources with self-development.
Without self-development?
Yeah, without self-development. I think it's without self-development. Well, yeah, so there are quite a lot of comments. I'm trying to... Okay, so let me see the more recent ones. Mail Martin is asking how many books has DSA written so far?
What's that? Let that be counted how many she has read so far. Let her be counting how many she has read so far. Let her leave me alone with what I write.
All right, so
what I write is my own pride. Our own pride should be how many she has read out of them all.
So let me say that with much ephemerism. That how many have you read? I think that is what you should count, because probably Pastor has even lost count of how many is written so far. So from what is available to the public, how many have you read? Challenge yourself to read as many as you can, and it will be of benefit. Yes. So we also have okay.
I'm still far from where I have to be.
Yeah. Please let Pastor say that again about his books and his publications.
No, because somebody is asking.
Yeah, I want them to hear it from you again.
How many books?
No, that you said you are still far.
Yes, how many books I've read? They are asking how many books I've read.
I've written
so far. And I know that whatsoever the number is, if I tell you, you will be thinking it's a lot of books. And you'll be thinking that, wow, he has written so many books. So, but why should I be trying to tell you how many books I've read when I know for myself that, whatever the number is, I'm still far from where I ought to be. I'm still very far from the amount of books that I plan to write, that I must write. So I'm still far from where I ought to be. Yep.
Yeah, so someone asked the other, can I get all the books from DSA Direct, please? Yes, when you write DSA books, DSA's books.
DSA's.
Yeah, DSA's books. DSA's books.
Because some of them make mistake. DSA book they write, or DSA book.
Okay.
But DSA's books, one word.
DSA's books, one word. DSA's books. DSA's books at gmail.com. Then you'll be given further directions on how to get the books directly from DSA. So someone here is of the opinion, sir, that my own take is for you to continue in spiritual matters. Don't get involved in Nigerian politics. You are too pure to be stained. Do you want to comment on that?
No, well, it's just in agreement with what I'm saying, that I'm not, I see it as a demotion and as a distraction.
No, but this one is saying you are too pure to be stained.
Well, we'll see.
All right. So thank you so much, Crystal, for helping us write that out. So that's DSA's books at gmail.com. Yes, so I guess we've followed most of the comments that are here. Some people have the opinion that you are definitely the president of Nigeria. They are so sure.
And it's what are they saying about it?
Yeah, they said DSA is definitely be a president of Nigeria.
Will be.
Yeah.
Will definitely be
be a president of Nigeria. And Nere Chukwu is saying, God bless you, sir. You're such a wonderful person.
That has to be God for that to happen. First of all, let me say that I have conditions that I have set before God, the fleas that I have put before God. God has not spoken to me that I should be president of Nigeria. But what people don't know is that since I was 19 years old, people have been telling me that I will be president of Nigeria. And people have been calling me to go and contest for the president since I was 19. Because when I was 19, I left Nigeria and came to Europe. But when I was 19, I was when I was in Nigeria, I never even thought about that. Because I was in my village and I never even have any idea. I needed to survive. Just survival was what was troubling me, and to get admission to university. But as soon as I got admission to university, I came to Europe, and then somebody invited me that, they are going to have Nigerian Students Union, Nigerian diaspora in the former Soviet Union. So I came to that student union or something, and I saw, they were all big people, they've been in Europe all these years and all this, and they were all talking, and I was seeing everything clearly. I could see everything clearly, what they were confused about. I knew exactly what are the answers. So I just raised up my hand. They said I should talk. So I spoke and I gave all the solutions to what was troubling them. Then that was after that people started coming to me that you need to go and become president of that you must become president of Nigeria. That you should go and contest. But I just say, oh, interesting. Maybe I said, people in Nigeria like people who can talk. But I know I didn't take it serious. But since then, I've discovered that, I am even much more worth than any president right now.
Yes,
and but to be president of Nigeria, that has to be God. God has to intervene. Right now, like I said, I think it's a distraction and a demotion for me.
yeah. But someone is even of a very interesting opinion.
Okay.
He said he thinks, no, DSA should be Director of National Intelligence.
What is that about?
So, I don't know the angle the person is coming from.
Intelligence, maybe he's talking about not intelligence and secret service.
So that's what I don't
Wisdom.
know. I don't know if it's the intelligence of cognitive intelligence or intelligence in terms of secret service and gathering information and different data to help secure Nigeria. So
No, I think it's the other one.
okay. So another person saying a great teacher, and he's saying DSA. Another one said Jane said DSA is more than a pastor. All right, so I think we would have to hang it on here today because we have some 30 minutes before the next program comes in. So let's allow you to have a breather. It's been a very nice time, a very awesome time with you here on Dear Dr. Sunday. And I hope we'll be able to have another session. I invite you for Thursday, sir. Is that a good time for you?
I accept your invitation.
All right, thank you so much. So we'll see you guys on Thursday, 7 p.m. That's next week, Thursday, 7 p.m. So see you next time, and I'll let DSA say the final goodbye to you guys. I'm your host, Bamishai Victor.
Okay. So I hope you people have enjoyed our session today, and Victor, I just invited me to next week, Thursday. So I think next week, Thursday, we'll be back to continue with this session of Dear DSA. Thank you so much. If your life has changed and you have been impacted one way or the other, please write to us. Tell us your testimony. Tell us what book you have read and what are the changes that have been happening to you. And you could also tell us about, just let us hear your story. Maybe we'll read your letter one day. Peace. We'll see you in 30 minutes.